What's up, guys? H. Marzo here. Got some new stuff, some cool stuff going on in the land of Apple. They have just revamped their MacBook Pro line. A little bit bigger hard drive, a little bit faster RAM. The baseline of processor is going to be better. Core i5 at the baseline, and you can option up for the Core i7. The biggest, they're about the beeping. You're going to hear beeping. I have to get my car looked at. So I apologize for that in advance. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So the biggest change that Apple made was something called Thunderbolt. You may or may not have heard about it. It's kind of everywhere right now at this point. Yes, the Thunderbolt port on the side, initially called Light Peak. What it's going to do for you is it's going to enable you to transfer a lot of data very quickly. I believe the rate, if I remember the number correctly, it's 10 gigabits per second, which basically amounts to a Blu-ray movie or an HD movie in about 30 seconds or so, depending on your device and you know, the connection and all that kind of stuff. That's tremendous. In addition to mind-boggling transfer speeds, you're also going to be able to daisy chain devices. So you'll be able to hook up, say, 6 external hard drives. You know, if you want to do concurrent backups, if you're really paranoid, you can do 6 concurrent backups of your hard drive at once. Also, I heard something, I can't confirm it yet, whether it's true or not. I also heard using this new port, you're going to be able to daisy chain monitors off of it. So basically using the mini display port, you may be able to hook up 2 monitors using it. Like I said, again, I haven't been able to confirm it definitely yet, but I did hear something about that. So if that's true, that's going to mean epic things for Mac users. Sorry, Windows. Hasn't been released out there yet to you guys. It's really only been out on the MacBook Pros. So if you do have the MacBook Pro, you're going to start seeing some really cool devices, some really high-speed devices coming out for you. And again, the daisy chaining monitors idea, it's going to be huge. Because that's been a huge problem for laptop people, trying to get a multiple monitor setup, you know, working. There's hardware out there to do this. You plug it into the USB drive, and then it's got 2 VGA connections. They can run anywhere from, you know, $100 up to $300. Who really wants to spend that kind of money to get a monitor up and working? You know, the mini display port connector is $20. You know, if they start adapting the Light Peak if they start adapting the Thunderbolt port into the mini display port and come up with some kind of hybrid, I'm sure more people will be willing to spend $30 on a connector to daisy chain hook up 2 monitors as opposed to $300 for a piece of hardware that does the same thing. So yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to the devices. Keep an eye out for that. If you haven't run out to the store like a crazy mad person and went and picked up the new MacBook Pros, I am in a funny situation. I wound up getting the new MacBook Pro, and I gotta say, the speed is amazing. The new camera is amazing. Though I'm not using it right now. I'm using my Logitech Pro XXX, whatever the number is, webcam. Because I can't really do the videos in the car without using an external webcam. But I gotta say, I did a couple of videos earlier today with it, trying to test it out, play around with it, and I gotta say the camera, they changed the camera a little bit, and it's you know, steps above where it was when the new camera is. It's the FaceTime HD camera. They went from a 1.3 megapixel camera to a 720p HD camera. So your videos are going to be crisper. Your FaceTime calls, you're going to be able to stream video calls in 720p and HD. So that's also very cool. I gotta say though, the speed, like I said, it's steps above where it was. They threw a bigger hard drive in there, so kudos on Apple. You know, this is almost double the quality of the previous MacBook Pros. What else? Oh, the iPhone. A lot of Apple news today. So if you have the iPhone and you're on AT&T and you're thinking about switching, there's something you may want to keep in mind. When you're switching and you're going over to Verizon, and you know, you're getting the new plan and unlimited data, because that's what Verizon kind of prides himself on right now, is unlimited data. However, what you don't probably know is if you use too much data. Now, what they're calling too much data, I don't know. There's no real number out right now. But if you use too much data, they're going to put a cap on your plan, on your data usage, and they're going to start charging you overages. I came across this piece of information in a blog post. I forget where the site was, and I came across it in a blog post, and it literally almost blew me out of my chair. Totally floored at how, you know, kind of sneaky that is. Because I was looking at the plan details with Verizon, and they don't really mention anything about that. They just kind of big bold letters, unlimited data, and nobody really bothers to do research or find print or anything like that. So that's something you may want to keep a lookout for. AT&T, I just recently found out it does this advanced pay nonsense. I'm not real sure on what the details are. A friend of mine just was battling with AT&T to try and get details and get it resolved, and I'll be sure to keep you updated when I get more information about that. So that's really kind of all I got right now is the new MacBook Pros with the new Thunderbolt port. That port is going to be epic. I think it's going to definitely set Mac in the within punching range of Windows to try and, you know, get it a step above, a step ahead. So keep an eye out for those devices, those Thunderbolt ready or capable devices. You know, as the months go on and we go into the summer, I think you're going to start seeing a lot more. You know, if you have a port that's capable of such speeds, it just opens up all kinds of doors for Apple and for devices and for Mac. So keep your eyes out for that. Make sure you check in the fine print if you go into if you're going to go jump ship over to Verizon, you know, and go to that whole camp with the iPhone. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, you know, leave a comment down below. You can email me, hdemarzo@gmail.com. You can get me on Facebook, get me on this YouTube channel. So until next time, guys, keep it real.